You know, I've been sitting with this word lately. Why? And I know some of y'all might be listening like, what you mean, why? Why what? But I mean, why? Why do we lead with how we feel? Why is it that when somebody upsets us, when life doesn't go the way we planned, when something unfortunate happens, the first thing we trust is the feeling it left us with? Anger, pettiness, revenge, pride, that need to prove a point, that need to make somebody feel what they made us feel. And I'm not saying that to sound judgmental. I'm not saying that like I'm above anybody, because truth is, I had to sit with this for myself. I had to ask myself, why do I keep letting temporary emotions make permanent decisions? Why do I let one bad moment pull me out of character? Why do I let pain drive when peace was still an option? Because a lot of us don't even pause long enough to ask ourselves what spirit we're moving in. We just react, we say what we feel, we do what we feel, we post what we feel, we cut people off because of what we feel. We clap back because of what we feel. And then later, when the damage is done, when the words already left our mouth, when the door already slammed, when the relationship already changed, when we already became somebody we said we would never be, then we call it a mistake. But that leads me to another question. What is a mistake? No, really, what is a mistake? Because sometimes what we call a mistake was really a choice we didn't want to take responsibility for. A mistake is when you didn't know better. A mistake is when your heart was in the right place, but you missed it. But when something in you said, don't say that, don't do that, walk away, be quiet, pray first, think first, and you still chose the other way, was it a mistake? Or was it a decision? See, God gives us choices every day, in every situation. He gives us the choice to respond or react, the choice to heal or bleed on people, the choice to forgive or stay bitter, the choice to walk away or get even, the choice to be led by wisdom or controlled by wounds. And sometimes we choose what feeds our flesh. Then when it brings bad fruit, we call it a mistake. But the truth is, we had a moment, a small moment, a quiet moment, a moment where we could have chosen different. And this is where I need somebody to hear me. I'm not saying this to condemn you. I'm saying this to wake something up in you. Because growth starts when you stop blaming every reaction on what happened to you and start asking yourself, why did I choose to respond like that? Why did I let anger speak for me? Why did I let pride answer first? Why did I feel like I had to hurt them back? Why did I think revenge was gonna make me free? Because it doesn't. Revenge might satisfy your flesh for a second, but it won't heal your heart. Pettiness might make you feel powerful in the moment, but it won't make you whole. Anger might protect you from feeling weak, but it can also keep you from becoming wise. And some of us, we're not bad people. We're just unhealed people making emotional choices and calling them mistakes. But I believe God is calling us higher than that. Not perfect, higher. Not fake, higher. Not emotionless, higher. Because being strong doesn't mean you don't feel it. Being strong means you felt it and still chose not to let it rule you. You felt disrespected and still chose peace. You felt hurt and still chose self-control. You felt misunderstood and still chose not to become bitter. You had every reason to go low, but you remembered who you were. That's growth, that's maturity, that's discipline, that's healing, that's God working on the inside of you. So maybe the question isn't just, why did this happen to me? Maybe the real question is, why am I letting what happened to me decide who I become? Because you still have a choice, even after the pain, even after the disappointment, even after the betrayal, even after the bad day, even after they lied on you, even after they walked away, even after they never apologized. You still have a choice. You don't have to become what hurt you. You don't have to repeat what wounded you. You don't have to let one emotion become your whole identity. You don't have to let one moment of anger cost you the peace you prayed for. So before you react, pause. Before you speak, breathe. Before you clap back, ask yourself, is this wisdom or is this wound? Before you call it a mistake, be honest enough to ask, did I choose this? Because accountability doesn't make you weak. It makes you free. And I know that. See, I'm not just some ordinary 26-year-old. And I don't say that with pride. I say that because I know there's a reason I'm still here. There's a reason God allowed me to go through what I went through and still have a voice left. I don't just want to speak to be heard. I want to speak so somebody else can feel seen. I want to be a leader for the youth to look up to, for the ones who feel like nobody understands them, for the ones who feel like they don't have a voice, for the ones who made one emotional decision. And now everybody treats them like that one moment is their whole identity, for the ones who acted out of character because pain was speaking louder than wisdom, for the ones who want a second chance at life but don't know how to forgive themselves for the first choice they made wrong. I'm talking to you. Because I know what it feels like to be more than what people saw. I know what it feels like to be judged by a reaction instead of understood by the pain behind it. I know what it feels like to want to change, but still have people remind you of who you were. And that's why I can't sit quiet. Because somebody younger than me might be watching. Somebody broken might be listening. Somebody who almost gave up might hear this and say, maybe I'm not too far gone. Maybe I can choose different too. Maybe my story ain't over. And let me be clear, I'm not perfect. I don't have it all figured out. I still have moments where I have to check myself. I still have days where I have to pray before I speak. I still have wounds God is working on. But that's exactly why I can speak on it. Because leadership ain't about acting like you never fell. Leadership is being honest enough to say, I fell too, but I'm learning how to get back up different. Leadership is not standing above people, it's standing in front of them saying, come on, we can grow from this. And see, if you can learn from me, I can learn from you too. Because age doesn't define knowledge. Age doesn't always define wisdom. Some people live a long time and never learn accountability. And some people go through one painful season and come out with understanding beyond their years. Wisdom doesn't just come from age. Sometimes wisdom comes from pressure. Sometimes it comes from pain. Sometimes it comes from making the wrong choice. And finally being honest enough to ask God why. So no, I don't want to be the type of leader that pretends. I want to be the type of leader that tells the truth. The type that says, yeah, I've been angry. Yeah, I've reacted wrong. Yeah, I've let my emotions lead before. But I'm not staying there. I want the youth to know, you are not your worst decision. You are not the mistake they keep bringing up. You are not the version of you that reacted from pain. You are not too broken to be used by God. You are not too far gone to change. But you do have to choose. You have to choose healing when bitterness feels easier. You have to choose discipline when reaction feels natural. You have to choose humility when pride wants control. You have to choose growth even when nobody claps for it. Because this is bigger than me. This is bigger than a speech. This is bigger than a platform. This is purpose. And if my voice reaches one person who feels unseen, one person who feels like they messed up too bad, then I pray they hear this clearly. You still have purpose. You still have a future. You still have time to choose different. You still have a voice. And even if your last chapter was written in anger, your next one can be written in wisdom. Even if your last decision came from pain, your next one can come from healing. Because God doesn't just use perfect people. He uses willing people. He uses honest people. He uses people who can admit, I was wrong, but I'm ready to grow. So no, I'm not just some ordinary 26-year-old. I'm still learning, still healing, still becoming, still choosing. And if God gave me this voice, I'm gonna use it for the ones who feel like they don't have one. I'm gonna use it for the ones who need hope, for the ones who need correction without condemnation, for the ones who need to know one bad moment does not cancel out the rest of their life. So I'll keep asking why. Not to judge, not to condemn, but to grow, to learn, to lead, to heal, and to remind somebody listening, you are still becoming. And as long as you are still breathing, God is not done with you yet. God is not done with you yet.